In an important response, External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar said India had already shared its concern over energy security with the US Senator, who has championed a bill proposing 500% tariffs on countries trading with Russia. Jaishankar, who is on a 4-day visit to the United States, said India, a major buyer of Russian oil, was aware of the potential implications of the bill. Addressing a press conference in Washington, Jaishankar underscored that developments in the US Congress of interest to India or those that could impact it were always closely tracked. The minister, who attended the Quad summit, said the Indian embassy and officials were in touch with Republican senators Lindsey Graham, who sponsored the bill. While introducing the bill, Graham specifically mentioned India and China, claiming the countries buy 70% of Putin's oil. Complicating matters for India is the fact that US President Donald Trump has backed the new sanctions bill, which proposes a hefty 500% tariff on imports from countries continuing to trade with Russia, including India and China. This bill is being seen as part of the Trump administration's effort to get Russia to negotiate on the Ukraine war. If the legislation is indeed passed, India imports to the US could face a humongous 500% tariff. However, India is close to sign a trade deal with the US, racing against time to avoid a 26% reciprocal tariff announced by Trump in April. The trade deal is likely to bring down US tariffs on India considerably. Apparently, at the center of this matter is India's surging crude oil imports from Russia. It meets around 40 to 45% of India's energy requirements. In fact, India's imports of Russian oil surged to a 10-month high of 1.96 million barrels per day in May. Such has been the volume that India's oil imports from Russia have overgrown those from its West Asian suppliers. This shift happened after 2022, when Russia invaded Ukraine and faced a host of sanctions from the West. Amid the sanctions, Russia started offering crude oil at cheaper rates than Middle East nations. This opportunity was lapped by the countries like India and China, and Indian refiners started importing crude oil at discounted rates.